Today I have a fun winter canvas for you. I'll be using an 11 by 14 inch hardboard canvas with some paper painting, decoupaging, and stenciling. So let's get started. I'm tearing my sheet music so that you'll be able to see the words to the song. I'm not exactly sure, getting started here, how I'm going to arrange them on my canvas, but I'm going to figure that out here in just a second. Once I figure out how I want my papers, I'm going to Mod Podge them on with a little bit of watered down Mod Podge. I like to add some Mod Podge to my surface, put my papers down, a little more Mod Podge on top of that, and then smoosh with my fingers to get all the bubbles out. I'll finish up with a coat of Mod Podge over the entire canvas and then tap all over with a paper towel to make my surface smooth. Now I'm using a piece of deli paper, painting it with my Caribbean. Gonna tap all over with my brush so I get rid of those brush strokes. And then I'm gonna use a dauber and some palm leaf green and tap on my diamonds to make a kind of a argyle look for my scarf and headband. Not being too perfect, I'm just going here and there. And then with my same brush, I'm going to get a little bit of my Tuscan teal and just very lightly brush it on here and there. With my paper drying, I'm going to start painting my canvas with my baby wipes. I enjoy them very much. I love the texture and the variation that you get. Adding in a little bit of Caribbean blue, and then I'll put some on and take some off and keep going back and forth until I get it just right. Removing a little bit so that you can see my words good. I'll add in a little bit more Caribbean blue, and then I'll put some white on here in just a second, and I'll help blend everything with a little bit of water. Using my stencil to get my scarf and headband ready. And now I'm ready to start stenciling on my snowman, just using some plain white. Gonna do all those edges and then fill in with my chip brush just to make it go a little bit faster. But I don't want brush strokes, so I'm kind of brushing and then tapping. And then finishing up with my dauber again. I use the scarf to help me figure out where I'm going to put the rest of my stenciling. Using my liner brush to do a little touching up. Two coats of orange for the nose. Once again, I'll use my baby wipe, this time with some Tuscan teal to swirl on some highlights. Using my medium round brush and some water to just put a nice little edge around my guy. Then I'll brush a little bit on the bottom so that it looks like he's got a surface that he's sitting on instead of just hovering in midair. Now I'll put on a nice coat of Mod Podge, watered down of course, and then stick my scarf and headband on. And I'll tap all over to get those brush strokes out. Next, I'm using my liner brush to go around all of my paper edging with some Tuscan teal so I have a nice finished edge. Using a long liner brush now to put on some fringe on the scarf. I want to put a little holly and a few berries on his hat for a decoration, so I'm mixing up a little bit of the palm leaf green with some dark gray in it. Then I'll stencil that on. Adding a little bit more dark gray in to make a darker green so that I can put the leaf detail in my little holly leaves. I mix a little of my darkest green in with my red, and now I'm going to apply some berries with a toothpick. Using some plain white to add on some regular snowflakes first. Next, I'm using a pencil eraser and just going in and putting a few dots here and there. And then last, I'll use my toothpick and fill in with some more snow. Hey, thanks for watching today. If this is your kind of video, it would be awesome if you would like, subscribe, and even leave a comment if you're into that. I hope you'll join me next time.